Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and happy Wednesday to each and every one of you. Gonna do something a little bit different today. Gonna talk about something a little bit different. Was gonna do a collection update for you guys today, but gonna go a little bit of a different route. All because of a very interesting email that I received yesterday. And for those of you who follow me at cinemasickness.com, as you all should, you will know what this is about. Excuse me. Also talked about this a little bit. Mentioned it on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but then I said, go to CinemaSickness.com for the full story. So a lot of you might already know what this is about, but for those of you who do not follow me on CinemaSickness.com or any social media sites, then this is going to be some news for you, possibly. But this was a very interesting email. I didn't expect it to come so soon. I didn't expect this to happen now, but it's kind of inevitable, and I knew this would end up eventually happening anyway, but it's here already. Surprised, but at the same time not really surprised. And that is the fact that as of March 7th, 2015, less than 1 month away, Target Ticket will no longer exist. Target is pulling this program. Now, for those of you who do not know what Target Ticket is the same thing as Vudu, CinemaNow, Google Play, stuff like that. It's just a digital streaming service, just like any of those other digital streaming services. I believe you can do, I think with Target Ticket, you can do like music and movies or something like that. Maybe just movies, I forget, but I only use movies on it. But they are discontinuing the program. So the reason I want to talk about this is because this is one of my favorite things to discuss and bitch and moan and complain about. And that is the idea of just streaming in general, and what are we in store for? I've done a few videos on this already, talking about my dislike for streaming and the cloud and digital media and stuff like that, and why I have a big issue with it. And this goes to help prove my point. This goes to help prove what I've been saying all this time. And that is the fact that what really scares me about digital media is the fact that someday it will go away. Whereas my physical media isn't going anywhere. Yes, I know physical media can go bad after a while. VHS tapes can go bad. Discs, DVDs can go bad. Yeah, I know. Over time, sure, things happen. But what I like about it is they'll last me as long as I take good care of them. As long as they last, they will be around. Whereas with digital media, at any time, they can go away. I highly recommend for those of you who use these digital services, go to any of them. I don't care if it's iTunes, I don't care if it's Google Play, get Vudu, Target Ticket, Flickster, any of these. Go to them and read their legal page. When you sign up for one of these services, and you put your email and all your information in, and then it says, please accept our terms, and you just scroll way to the bottom, hit accept, okay, you don't even read that crap. Go back and read that. You can read that on any of those websites. Check it out. See what they have to say, because they all say something rather interesting. This is something I actually looked up a little bit ago because I was kind of curious about this. So I remember I checked Vudu. I think I checked Flickster. I checked iTunes. All just curious, and they all say the same exact thing for the most part, and that is that at any time whatsoever, they have the right to pull any title, and they have the right to discontinue their service without anything for you guys, without ever having to reimburse you or anything like that. They can just say, all that money you poured into your digital collection, bye, it's gone. Tough crap. We decided we didn't want to pay the licensing for this movie anymore, so we're going to pull this movie now. You no longer have it, or we're just going to discontinue our service altogether, and now you no longer have it. And that is what's going on with Target Ticket. Now, there is good news, and there's possibly bad news. The good news is that Target Ticket has actually teamed up with CinemaNow, which is Best Buy's digital streaming program. What they're going to do is, apparently, you need to set up a CinemaNow account, which I already have. If you guys don't have one, you might want to set one up. You need to set up a CinemaNow account, and you'll be able to, apparently, somehow, I don't know how this is going to work yet. They say you have to do this either on the 7th or after the 7th, which I'm kind of curious to see what exactly, how that all works. But apparently, you're going to be able to transfer all your purchases from Target Ticket over to your CinemaNow accounts. That's what they say is going to happen. But there is a catch. And the catch is the fact that only titles that CinemaNow carries will carry over. Meaning that if you have a movie that you bought on Target Ticket, and Target Ticket's the only thing you can watch it on, because maybe you guys are thinking about Ultraviolet right now. Yes, Ultraviolet is its own thing. You link all these different services. You link your Flickster, you link your Vudu, you link your Target Ticket, you link your CinemaNow, you link all that stuff to Ultraviolet. Then your Ultraviolet titles are available through these programs. But each of those services, you can have titles that you bought on there that you can only watch from that service. I have titles that I can only watch on Vudu. They're titles that are from Vudu. I can only watch them on Vudu. They don't go to anything else. That's it. Same thing with Target Ticket. So if I have a title that I can only watch through Target Ticket, that I bought on Target Ticket, it's either an exclusive or just that's where I bought it. That's the only place I can watch it. If CinemaNow does not carry that title, if they don't have the license for that title, or for one reason or another, they're not carrying it, that title will not transfer over. Now, I don't have a ton of movies on Target Ticket that are only available on Target Ticket. I see maybe like 15 or so. So, you know, an okay amount, but nothing too crazy. It's not like I have this huge amount of them or something like that. I have a lot of Vudu ones, but not so much as far as Target Ticket. But I got like 15 or so titles that I can only watch through Target Ticket. And I'm really curious to see how many of those transfer over, if any at all. Who knows? Maybe none of them will be available. I'm sure some of them might. Some of them are bigger titles. I should say bigger titles, but titles that aren't like super uncommon. So I'm sure some of them will transfer over, but there are some that are like documentaries and stuff that I'm kind of curious. Does CinemaNow carry this documentary? Are they going to have this when CinemaNow goes down in less than a month? Or Target Ticket goes down in less than a month? Am I going to be able to, are these titles going to be able to transfer over to CinemaNow? Will I still have these titles, or will they just be gone forever? That'll be horrible if they're gone forever. Even though I've never actually given money to any one of these services, I've never paid for a single title I've ever bought off one of these services. I've either gotten them through, codes inside or outside packages, or I've had credit because, I get things like Vudu credit and Target Ticket credit by either buying a movie or sometimes like on a receipt, or, for one reason or another, I get credit. I bought stuff with that. So everything I bought from Target Ticket, I've either got with credit or I've gotten because of a code that was given out. So, that's nice. I didn't pay for anything, but regardless, even if the way I see it, even if I get a code that comes free with a movie, maybe I was to have tempted to buy that movie. Maybe I looked at the movie and went, do I want this? I don't really know, but it comes with a Target Ticket code. Okay, I'll get it. If I'm buying something that comes with something, I expect to actually have that, even though it was just an added extra bonus. I still see myself as I purchased that. And when I bought a DVD or a Blu-ray that came with a Target Ticket code, I still see myself as purchasing that. Or if I purchased a DVD or something, or Blu-ray that came with Target Ticket credit, I still purchased that credit. That was my credit. That was basically my money that I used towards a movie. And now it possibly could be gone forever just because Target Ticket isn't doing so well and they're going to discontinue their service. So this just really goes to help prove my points of why digital media is bad and why streaming is bad and why things going this way, why physical media dying out and streaming coming of age is really bad and is really going to screw people over in the end. Simply because, again, this helps, the fact that Target Ticket's going down helps prove my point that these are all services that could, and I gotta say will, eventually go away. People look at streaming as the way of the future, but I'm going to tell you right now, streaming is not going to be around forever. Streaming is just another format. It's just like DVD, it's just like Blu-ray, it's just like VHS, it's just like beta, it's just like HD DVD, Laserdisc, whatever. It's a digital format, but it's still a format nevertheless. And all formats eventually come and go. Something other than streaming might come along, something we haven't even thought about. Streaming could be around for a good long time. Sure, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But something eventually will come along to replace it, whether it's a different type of streaming or whether it's something completely different that we haven't even thought of yet. Something will come along eventually, and companies like Ultraviolet, Vudu, Flickster, CinemaNow, all the iTunes, Google Play, all of these services will eventually in time go away. They are not going to be around forever. When you're 70 years old, sitting in a rocking chair, you're not going to be able to just go on your TV and watch your ultraviolet titles. It's probably not going to happen. I'm sorry to say, but they're eventually going to be gone. And that's why I think this is a horrible idea to go this way. If people start building up these massive collections, and some people, there are people out there I've talked to already who are like, oh, I've gotten rid of all my DVDs and all my Blu-rays, or I don't buy DVDs, I don't buy Blu-rays anymore. I've just gone digital. I get so scared when I hear that and feel so bad for these people, because I know that X amount of years down the line, the company, whether it's Ultraviolet or Vudu, whoever, whatever company they're going through, will eventually go away, will eventually no longer exist. And what's going to happen to their titles? They're going to go away. I'll still be watching my DVDs. Hopefully my VHS will still be good. I'll still be watching my VHS. I'll still be watching my Beta, my Laserdisc. I'll still be sitting here watching all my physical media. Why these people are just losing everything they have. They're going to lose their entire library when these companies eventually go under, or they just say, okay, this isn't profitable anymore. And they fold up for one reason or another. Also, if they lose, again, if they lose their licensing, if let's say Ultraviolet has the license to, stream so-and-so movie, but for one reason or another, they lose that license, or maybe the studio wants to pull that title for some reason, maybe it's a copyright reason or something, for some reason they want to pull it, for whatever reason, they can. They have the right to do that at any time whatsoever. So a title you may have paid for, you may have handed over your hard-earned cash for, they can just say, we're going to take that away from you. Sorry. And that kind of thing is really, really scary. There's no reimbursement. They do not have to reimburse you whatsoever. Again, read all that legal jargon. It's very scary the way things are worded in there. They do specifically say that at any time they can pull any title and they can pull their service, and you're out of luck. And that, again, is just really, really scary. And things like Target Ticket going under kind of helps to prove my point that eventually we could all lose everything. Now, again, I haven't actually poured any money into this, so if that ends up happening, I will be upset, but I won't be like too heartbroken. But there are plenty of titles. There are all kinds of codes that you guys have given me, all kinds of things I bought through credit, all kinds of stuff like that. I have a good amount of titles on places like Vudu and stuff like that, and through Ultraviolet that I would hate to see just go away because the company folds up and whatnot. Now, I think it's kind of funny that Target Ticket is teaming up with CinemaNow, only because I don't see CinemaNow being around for much longer either, because everybody I know pretty much uses Vudu. It seems like Vudu is kind of the winner right now. I don't really know. I don't think I've ever met anybody who's like, oh yeah, I use Target Ticket, I use CinemaNow. Nobody ever talks about that. It's pretty much everybody I know uses Vudu. And then some people I know use Flixster as well. In fact, I used to use Flixster back in the day, but I stopped using that. I've gone pretty much primarily to Vudu. But I would say Flixster and Vudu are the two that are probably doing the best right now, with Vudu probably being on top. I would say even Flixster maybe will probably go away eventually. So why did Target Ticket choose CinemaNow, again, which is Best Buy's streaming program, when probably Vudu is the one doing the best and probably the one to go with? I think that's because Vudu is Walmart's streaming service, and I don't think Target Ticket wants to hand over the reins to their biggest competitor. I mean, Best Buy is a bit of a competitor, but they're a specialty store. They're an electronics store. Yeah, they're a competitor, but they're not like a major competitor like Walmart is. Walmart and Target are like the same type of, they're the same store. So I think even though it would have been the better move, it would never happen. Never in a million years would Target say, okay, we failed, our streaming service failed, Walmart's is so much better. Here, go to Walmart. They would never do. They're never going to hand everything over to a big competitor like that. It's not going to happen. So it's just kind of funny because I don't think CinemaNow is going to be around much longer. I really don't know anybody who uses CinemaNow. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys out there use CinemaNow. I'm sure some of you guys have to use Target Ticket. I'm sure you guys do, but I just don't know personally many people who do. Even on like message boards and stuff like that, I don't read about many people who do. I'd say 95% of everything I read is people talking about Vudu. It seems like everybody uses Vudu, including myself. I actually really do enjoy using Vudu, which again is Walmart's digital streaming service. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens if someday, all these titles transfer over and then CinemaNow goes. Is CinemaNow going to maybe transfer all their titles to Vudu? Who knows? I don't really know. not sure what Best Buy would do. In fact, it's Best Buy. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do anything at all, because Best Buy is not exactly the friendliest company in the world. Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't bother to do anything, if they just screwed everybody over. That would not surprise me even the slightest bit. So, again, this is my big problem, is that things like this happen. This isn't the first time something like this has happened either. This happened with Disney. Disney, before they used their Disney digital copies that they're doing, like now with the, was it Disney Movies Anywhere? What's that? What's their new program with their new app and stuff? I forget what it's called. But, because I use Vudu. But before they had this, they had a whole different thing that you could do. And I don't think this was anything with codes. I don't think you could use, if I remember correctly, there weren't codes or anything like that. They'd give you free movies or anything, kind of like they're doing now. This was all just stuff you actually had to purchase. You had to purchase music. You had to purchase movies through this digital service they had, and it's went belly up. It wasn't doing well, and they got rid of it. And I remember them releasing a statement that I read, basically saying, "We're sorry, we're getting rid of this program, and tough shit for you." That's basically what the email said. There was nothing you could do. It wasn't like they were giving you credit. It wasn't like they were helping you out. It wasn't like they were going, "Oh, but your titles can be available over here now." No, your titles were just gone. So this is the first time something like this has happened. Anybody who spent money and gave money to that original Disney program lost out. Anything, if somebody built up a big library within that, thought this was amazing, and built this big library, it's just gone. And now it's happening with Target Ticket. Luckily, like I said, you are going to be able to transfer your titles to CinemaNow, but only the ones that are available through CinemaNow. If you have a title that's not available through CinemaNow, it ain't going to transfer, and that is a shame. And scary all at the same time. For me, it's just a really scary thought to just build up this huge library that's just sitting there waiting to eventually disappear. This isn't going to disappear. This is here to stay. My digital library could possibly just disappear someday, and that is, again, a very scary thought, and this certainly goes to help prove my point, if you ask me, when something like this goes away. And I wonder how long this has been in the working, because I remember, was it a month or two ago, it was this big thing where Disney was like, "Hey, Disney and Target Ticket were both kind of pushing this, that your Disney digital copies were now available through Target Ticket. You could redeem those codes through Target Ticket. That was like a big thing, that you could now watch your Disney digital copies, not just on the Disney app, but on Target Ticket as well." And then all of a sudden, there was no more mention of that. I got a couple emails. I saw stuff on the Disney website, and then just out of nowhere, it went away. And then a couple weeks later, they were all of a sudden pushing Vudu. It was all about how you could watch your Disney digital copies on Vudu now. You can link your accounts and watch them all on Vudu. That was the big thing they were pushing. And I remember that. So it was kind of weird that it just went away like that, which makes me wonder, how long has this been in the workings? How long has Target known they were going to get rid of this? Did they inform Disney not too long after they had set this thing up? Maybe the Disney thing was kind of the one last little hurrah. They were the one last little attempt at grasping onto saving their program. Maybe they thought, if we bring in Disney and have the Disney digital copies available on our service, maybe we can survive. And it just didn't work, and they went to Vudu instead, which, again, is probably the right move. I even have, I just bought, yesterday I bought the 101 Dalmatians Diamond Edition Blu-ray, and it even has a big sticker on it saying, Disney digital copy, watch it on Vudu. So they're really pushing that now, as opposed to the Target Ticket, which obviously would be stupid to push now, but they stopped doing that, which, again, makes me a little curious as to how long maybe they knew about this and how long they've known this was coming. Who knows? But yeah, so I just want to let you guys know that, again, Target Ticket will be gone as of the 7th of March, so less than a month away. I believe it's a Saturday, so less than a month away. This will be gone. You will no longer be able to use your Target Ticket account. You will need to set up a CinemaNow account so that you can transfer your titles over, which, again, I don't know how they're going to do. I'm not sure how that's going to work. The email seemed a little confusing because it said you'll be able to do that, but you have to wait till the 7th or after. But I could swear I read in the email, unless I read it wrong, but I could swear I read in the email that as of the 7th, you won't be able to use your account anymore. So I'm not sure how they're going to work that out. But apparently somehow, somewhere down the line, you're going to be able to transfer your titles from your Target Ticket to CinemaNow. and watch them over there again, as long as CinemaNow carries those titles. If they don't, you're just out those titles. They are gone. You will not get those back. They are bye-bye, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's the wonderfulness of streaming, is that at any time, you can have your entire collection taken away from you. Isn't that great? Wouldn't that be nice if you knew that every time you bought a DVD or a Blu-ray that the companies could just come and just take your whole library away? You build this huge Blu-ray collection, and Sony goes, "Oh, we're discontinuing Blu-rays, so we're gonna have to cut. We're gonna come and confiscate your entire collection." That's basically what it is. It's like, I mean, just think about that. Think about having this massive, huge Blu-ray collection. I mean, I have a whole wall full of Blu-rays right over there. Just imagine having this huge wall full of Blu-rays, this collection you spent way too much money on, and then Sony, the company who owns Blu-ray, just decides, okay, we're discontinuing Blu-rays. We're no longer going to make Blu-rays anymore. We have to confiscate your entire collection. I mean, it's the same thing. And again, that's very, very scary for me. And that's why I don't like the idea of things going strictly to streaming. Now, again, as I mentioned in the past, I like the idea of them coinciding with each other. I like buying a DVD or a Blu-ray that comes with a digital copy. It's kind of nice to be able to watch that on my phone. I've used that many a times on vacation, or I just wherever at work, wherever I am, if I'm waiting, in a doctor's office or something, just be able to open my phone and watch a movie on it. That's awesome. I really, really like that. I also like that when you stop it, you can then get on your account on your TV or your computer, whatever, and it'll start the movie back up where you left off. That is so cool. I really like that idea. It's neat. But I still want to have a physical copy, and because I have that. I know that if Ultraviolet goes away, if Voodoo goes away, if whomever goes away, I like knowing that I still have my DVD. I still have my Blu-ray. I can still go home, pop in my player, and watch it. And that is what I really, really like. I mean, look at things like HD DVD, only around for a couple years. Beta, only around for a couple years. CED, around for barely any time at all. Hell, I just picked up my HD VMD that lasted less than a year. These are all formats that came and went very quickly. However, if you invested your money into them, if you chose HD DVD over Blu-ray when the war was going on, if you chose Beta over VHS when the war was going on, hell, if you even chose HD VMD, which I don't think many people did, but if you did when the Blu-ray when the HD war was going on, you invested your money into those. Yes, they lost. They no longer continue to make those anything on that format. But the money you invested into it, you still have something. If you went out and bought an HD DVD player and a bunch of HD DVDs, you still have them. It's not as if the company said, "Oh, we lost the war, Blu-ray won. Now we need your HD DVD player and your HD DVDs back." No, you still get to keep those and still watch them. Yes, you invested your money into a dead format, but you at least still have something to show for it. You at least have something to keep and watch and love and enjoy, as opposed to a digital format that if they come and go, you just lose everything. It's gone. Even if they're around for a good long time, even if Ultraviolet is around for years and years and years from now, even if Voodoo is around for years and years and years from now, eventually they will go away. Again, something new will come along, a new form of streaming or something we haven't even thought of yet. A new format will come along to replace what we have now, and you're going to lose everything. Now, some people will say, well, maybe your stuff will transfer over. It could. It very well could. I would like to think that hopefully somehow something will transfer, but I'd say it really all depends. Like, for instance, I would say it's like a format like DVD and Blu-ray and stuff like that. It's not like when or let's say VHS and DVD. That's a better way to look at it, since DVD and Blu-ray kind of coincide right now, probably always will, as long as the formats are out. Let's say VHS, DVD. It's not like when DVD took over. You automatically got all your VHS upgraded to DVD for free. It's not like that. And I'm gonna think it might not be the same for digital copies either. It's not like when something new comes along, your library's going to transfer over. Now it might, but I think that all depends on who creates the program. If one company holds, streaming now, whatever streaming eventually wins out, whatever program wins out, whether it's against Voodoo, Ultraviolet, whatever wins, whatever company owns that, if some new company comes along, creates something new, will it transfer over, or will it just be like any other format where now you got to start collecting this format instead? The only difference is you no longer have this library you spent years creating. Instead of still having it around, now having to buy stuff for this format instead, this format will go away and you have to rebuy your stuff all over again. It's all up in the air. It's all speculation at this point. Who knows? Who knows what might happen? But it's the fact that I don't know that really, really frightens me. It's the fact that I have no idea if I will still have stuff I bought digitally, 30, 40 years from now. Will I still have those titles? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get lucky in whatever new format comes along, whatever new streaming format or whatever comes along. Maybe my titles will get transferred over. Maybe. Possibly. Could. Or it could not. They could just phase that one format out, bring you into another format, and you lose your entire collection. And there's nothing you can do about it because, again, as all the legal jargon on those websites say, at any time they can pull any title, and at any time they can discontinue their service without any repercussions, without any without reimbursing their customers whatsoever. They don't have to. You click accept. You accept the responsibility of losing your entire collection. If you lose it all, there's nothing you can do because you accepted those terms. So it's things like that that really, really terrify me. And again, Target Ticket here is going to prove what I'm talking about. So the fact that, yes, they are transferring their titles over to CinemaNow, but not every title, because not every title is going to be available on CinemaNow. They specifically said that in the email. It only counts for titles that, if CinemaNow carries a title, it'll transfer over, but if they do not carry that title, it will not transfer over and you will lose it. And I also, again, wonder what happens when inevitably in like a year from now or however long, when CinemaNow goes under, because nobody's using that service either. When that service eventually dies out, what'll happen then? Will your stuff then transfer over to somewhere else? And even if your stuff does transfer over to somewhere else, then it's probably going to be the same thing, where only titles that like other, Voodoo, whatever, Ultraviolet, or whatever carries will transfer over. So you might lose more stuff that way, or if Best Buy just wants to be a dick and not go through that whole hassle, you might just lose everything, period. So again, very scary, very disturbing, and I wanted to just talk to you guys about that email I received because, like I said, it was kind of a surprise, but at the same time, I kind of saw it coming because there's so many streaming services out there right now. They're not all going to survive, which is good in my opinion, because I hate the idea of having like 50 different streaming services. I hate that I'm like, oh, I really want to watch this title that, maybe somebody gave me or I bought with credit or something like that, and I have to go, wait, is that through Voodoo? Or maybe that's through Ultraviolet. Or no, wait, that was on Google Play. Or was that on iTunes? Or was that CinemaNow? It's like I hate that. I want to just be able to like go to one place and be like, there's my digital library. There it is, the entire thing. So I will actually be kind of happy when one company prevails, and that's the company, that's where your digital library is. You don't have to worry about it being anywhere else. It's all right there. That'll be quite nice. But in the meantime, we're probably going to lose out on titles that we bought from these other companies. There's 5, 6, whatever different companies out there, and only one wins. That's, a bunch of titles from other companies that if you invested in, you're going to lose out. So it is what it is. But I just want to talk to you guys about that quickly. Wanted to let you guys know, in case you weren't aware, that Target Ticket is going out of business. They are discontinuing this service as of the 7th of next month. As of March 7th, this will no longer exist. You will not be able to watch your titles on Target Ticket anymore, but possibly you'll be able to watch them on CinemaNow if you go through the process of transferring them over. Apparently, it's not going to do it just automatically. You need to set up a CinemaNow account. So if you don't have one, set it up. I already have one, but if you don't, set it up, and then at some point, again, I really don't know how it's going to work. I'll try to figure it out, let you guys know when it happens, but at some point you'll be able to transfer them over. But again, you're going to have to let them know to do it. However that works out, you're going to have to let them know it. Again, it's not going to be automatic. So just keep a heads up. So it's a shame. It's going away. In fact, I just bought, or not just bought, but I was just given, actually, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I was just given Target Ticket credit. I think it was like $5 credit on a you buy anything at Target, they print out your receipt, and like 60 million coupons come out as well. One of those coupons was a $5 credit to Target Ticket, and I bought I think I bought a cheap documentary with it that ended up being pretty good. So yeah, so I don't know. I guess they were trying to just keep pushing it until the very end, and now it failed, and it's going away. It's only a matter of time till CinemaNow goes down, probably. Maybe Flickster. I think iTunes will stay around because that's its own thing. Google Play will probably stay around for a while, because again, that's its own thing. Amazon, has their own thing too. That'll probably stay around for a while. I think the ones that are like their own thing will stick around for a while because, again, Amazon, iTunes, and Google, yeah, it's a streaming service, but it's like it's different. It's not the same as Target Ticket, CinemaNow, Vudu, Flickster. They're all those four are the kind of like the same type of thing, whereas the other three are like their own stuff. So they may be around for a little bit longer, but I think it's only a matter of time till again CinemaNow dies, and I think the big war is going to be between Flickster and Vudu. But I might put my money. If I put my money somewhere, I would say Vudu. I think Vudu is going to win out on the digital streaming service. I think they're going to be the ones who win the digital format war. That's a thing. I think they're going to be the ones who win because, like I said, pretty much everybody I know uses Vudu. I'd be willing to bet many of you probably use Vudu the most. I could be wrong. Maybe you will use something else, but most people I know, most message boards I've read, most people I've just talked to who use digital streaming, a lot of them seem to use Vudu, and I'd be putting my money on them. So I think they're probably going to win out in the end. And like I said, I think the only reason Target didn't go with Vudu, even though I'm sure the people in charge knew that Vudu is kicking their butt and their Vudu's doing pretty well. Again, they're not going to go with their biggest competitor. They're not going to give over to, bow down before Walmart. That's not going to happen. That's probably why I went with Best Buy, which seems kind of stupid in a way because I don't see that being around much longer either. CinemaNow, that's the next email I'll be getting. CinemaNow is going down, I bet you. And I'll be doing another video talking about them sometime soon. So anyway, guys, that is it. Just wanted to talk to you guys about that quickly. Like I said, just wanted to quickly, 35 minutes later. But still, just wanted to talk to you guys about that and let you guys know that this is going away as of March 7th. You will no longer be able to use that. So if you do not have if you have a Target Ticket account, but you do not have a CinemaNow account, I recommend setting one up so that when the time comes, you can transfer your titles over. And hopefully, if you get lucky, they'll all transfer over. If not, nothing you can do about it. And that is the fun of digital streaming and why it's horrible and why physical media is king. So anyway, guys, that is it. So like I always say, if you like this video, please give me a like. Just click on the thumbs up tab. It takes 2 seconds, and it means the absolute world to me. Also, if you're not already subbed, please do. I do a brand new daily sickness video for you guys every single day. Usually not me ranting like this. Every now and then, sure, I do a little rant, but not usually. Usually it's a collection update, which I have a collection update coming for you. I would say tomorrow, most likely a collection update for you guys. I know I said that in the last video as well, but just, what did I say? I think on Monday I said I'll have a collection update for you on Tuesday, and then Tuesday I went out hunting, and now it's Wednesday. And Wednesday I have this video, but I swear a collection update is coming. So, yeah, collection updates, unboxings, reviews, cinema hunting videos, just looks into my daily sickness for cinema. Brand new video for you guys every single day. So hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And also, if you're not already over at cinemasickness.com, there's a link down below. Click on it, head on over there, check it out. There's a lot more to see there than just these videos. I post all kinds of updated information on deals that I find that are going on, cinema news, just what I'm currently up to, like what I'm watching and stuff. You can see a list of my entire collection. There's an FAQ page. Everything Cinema Sickness is at cinemasickness.com. Definitely the best place to follow me. Also, while you're there, be sure to check out the videos and reviews from Team Sickness. Just click on the Team Sickness tab while you're there. Check out everything from those guys and gals. If you like what I do, you'll like what they do. And also while you're there, be sure to click on the merchandise tab and purchase yourself a Cinema Sickness sticker, a Cinema Sickness button, and or a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, especially the one that says I heart physical media. And then inside the heart, there's a cloud with a slash through it. Purchase that one. After this video, you need to purchase that t-shirt. I'd really appreciate the support. All you gotta do is click on that merchandise tab over at cinemasickness.com and you can make your purchases. And you can also find links to all my social media websites, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Listia, Amazon, everything. It's all there at cinemasickness.com. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, do not forget about your Target Ticket. If you have a Target Ticket account, be sure to set up a CinemaNow account if you do not already have one so that you can eventually transfer your titles from here over to CinemaNow and then just wait for that program to die because it will. So anyway, guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great Wednesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow on Thursday. Bye.